This is a press statement from the Council of Elders of Nungua under the auspices of the Office of the Gborbu Wulormor-Shitse, Overlord of the GaDangme State, for immediate release, dated this day, the 27th March 2026. So it reads, the office has taken notice of the issues arising from proceedings involving the Nungua Arbitration Court. Pastor Henry Corey, popularly known as Fire Odjaba of Zion Prayer Ministry, and Ola Mami, as well as the subsequent appeal made to the elders of Nungua Krowo. We wish to address the public to clarify concerns and help calm tensions surrounding the matter. It is important to emphasize that within our GaDangme traditional system, there are well-established customary processes that govern arbitration and dispute resolution. These processes, handed down by our forebears, are designed not only to ensure fairness and respect among parties, but also to safeguard the dignity and security of individuals involved. Central to these traditions is the requirement for due process, including proper representation, witnessing, and adherence to laid down procedures. Regrettably, there are concerns that these customary processes were not fully processes were not fully observed in the handling of this matter, where such procedures are not duly followed. It raises questions about legitimacy and acceptance of any outcomes, including expectations of compliance or settlements. The office also finds it necessary to express concern over the posture adopted by some individuals, which appears to reflect preconceived sentiments against the institution of the Gborbu Wulormor-Shitse. This institution has historically played a vital and recognized role in addressing issues affecting our traditional governance and must be accorded the respect it deserves. Efforts should be made to protect and strengthen rather than undermine such an institution, such as the institution of Wulomo-Shitse, Gborbu Wulormor-Shitse, Overlord of the GaDangme State. We say spiritual as well. Anyone is still the overlord. The office finds it necessary, for the avoidance of doubts, as we state that the Gborbu Wulormor-Shitse had no prior knowledge of the matter at the time it unfolded, particularly as Pastor Henry Corey did not initially present himself through the appropriate traditional channels. When the matter was later brought forward, it was received in good faith, given that the Nungua Arbitration Court is regarded as part of the broader traditional family. It is also worth noting that there has been no direct engagement between Pastor Henry Corey and the Gborbu Wulormor-Shitse, our father, on this issue. Furthermore, it is unfortunate that no sufficient efforts appears to have been made by the representatives of the Nungua Arbitration Court to verify facts before resorting to public commentary and exchanges that have, in some instances, including disrespectful and derogatory remarks. Meanwhile, the council have initiated a process to query Pastor Henry Corey regarding his unfortunate pronouncements that seems to directly implicate Wulomo-Shitse in this matter. Such actions do not reflect the values of mutual respect and decorum that underpin our traditional leadership systems. It is especially concerning where such conduct may be perceived as being encouraged or tolerated. We also wish to draw attention to the unfortunate incidents that occurred on that fateful Sunday, where individuals alleged to have come from Nungua reportedly entered the premises of the Zion Prayer Ministry during an ongoing worship session led by Pastor Henry Corey. The intrusion disrupted the service and nearly resulted in a serious confrontation. Such occurrences are deeply regrettable and run contrary to the principles of peace, order, and respect for places of worship and community harmony. I proceed. We also wish to place on record that no one is preventing Pastor Erikore from responding to calls from the Naiwe Arbitration Court. However, following his appeal to the elders of Nungua, it became appropriate for us to liaise with our counterparts at Naiwe in the spirit of family and customary procedure. To this end, a formal letter was issued to initiate the process and to support a path towards compliance and resolution. Unfortunately, this effort was rejected, as the said letter was declined by the Naiwe Arbitration Court. We recall with appreciation the era of Wulomo-Shitse III, the late Naiwe Wulomo, during which there existed a strong tradition of cooperation, mutual respect, and adherence to due process between institutions. This legacy should serve as a guide for present and future engagements. We wish to state emphatically that if we are to build and preserve the unity and progress of the GaDangme people, all stakeholders, especially elders and youth, must act responsibly. It is not in our collective interest to encourage division, disrespect, or the use of inflammatory language. We therefore call on all parties to exercise restraint, commit to established customary processes, and engage in constructive dialogue aimed at peaceful resolution. Let us all be guided by the wisdom of our forebears and work together to strengthen our traditional institutions for the benefit of future generations. Chani Omanyaba from the office of the Gborbu Wulormor-Shitse. Thank you very much.